Hello sweet friends, it's Angie here at the Bumblebee Farmhouse, a place where I always say that I hope that you can find a little bit of inspiration to make your house a home sweet home. In today's video, I am taking you with me to Vintage Bliss up in Beloit, Wisconsin. They were having their Christmas open house and it really was a Christmas vintage wonderland. I absolutely loved it. So if you'd love to spend this magical day here with me, looking at all of these wonderful, nostalgic, beautiful, and happy antiques, grab something to drink and let's hang out and enjoy all of these Christmas goodies. So I have something here to share with you guys that really reminds me of true Christmas antiques and nostalgia, and this really does remind me of the movie A Christmas Story, when Ralphie and his brother sat around a radio around Christmas time listening to Christmas stories, and I'll tell you why. So while we're watching these antiques, I want to play some vintage sounds from a radio broadcast that was popular in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s, and it was from Billy the Brownie. I guess this was very popular among children and adults that used to sit around the radio and listen to this Christmas broadcast of Billy the Brownie, who is, I believe, one of Santa's elves. And I was able to get this recording, and I thought it was so cool to listen to what children listened to back in the day when they didn't have a TV to sit around and watch television, when everybody sat around a radio and listened and saw things with their imagination as they were listening to it. So let's go ahead and get into it while I play this recordings while you guys watch the antiques. I thought this would be perfect to go hand in hand with all of these vintage nostalgic things that you are seeing, and then we can hear some of it as well.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Hi, greetings, and bend an ear for the busiest program of the year.
That's right, Billy. I just hope we can squeeze it all into our time.
Well, let's leave the letters for the end, Larry. And then if we don't have time, we can catch up tomorrow.
All right. And not now if Santa would only get here.
And that's a lot to ask, being his last big Saturday in Brownie Toilet.
But listen, Billy, he promised...
Oh, there he is! Hi, Santa! Come on
hello,
in.
Santa.
He got you right in time, didn't he?
Billy, and he kept his promise, too.
I'll say he did. Come on in, Santa.
Oh, I always keep my promises.
Sure.
Well, hello, and now tell about the big emergency.
Well, first say hello to the boys and girls, Santa.
Well, hello, dear boys and girls. There.
Special announcement. Special surprise. Special emergency. Calling the North Pole.
I hear you, Billy.
Why, who said it? How? Oh, my goodness. Well, hello, dear. This is your husband. How are you?
Boy, am I a fixer-upper, all right.
Hello, Santa dear. I'm just fine. All of us are fine. But I guess we're as excited about Christmas as any boy or girl.
Well, that's wonderful.
Are you ready for Christmas?
Oh, just about. We will be ready in plenty of time.
Have you practiced sliding down chimneys the way I asked you to?
Oh, yes, dear. I'm doing it slicker than ever.
That's fine. Did you catch a cold, Santa? It seems everyone has a cold.
No, dear, no. Not a cold or a trace of one.
You will be careful, won't you? And remember to be careful Christmas Eve. You know how I worry about you walking around on roofs and sliding down chimneys.
Now, don't you worry, dear. I haven't had a slip yet, and I won't.
Larry,
Yes, Mrs. Santa.
Did you get my 2 special messages?
Yes, Mrs. Santa. We've already taken care of the first one. The second one, well, I'll take care of that just before Santa, Billy, and Medic leave in the sleigh.
Thank you, Larry. I knew you'd do it for me.
Secret.
Yes, Santa and Billy and all of the brownies are fine. And the Christmas cookies are wonderful, if I do say it myself. And we have our greatest Christmas celebration all ready for you and Santa. And I have a surprise for you besides the big special gingerbread man I baked for you.
Me, wee, yahoo, and all kinds of wonderful remarks like that. Oh, I
Now,
love
Santa
gingerbread.
dear, remember to make this the happiest Christmas. Do everything you can for all boys and girls, and come back home Christmas Day with an empty slate. It means more to us that the children have a happy Christmas than if we have a lot of presents. I'll send a special message Monday.
Oh, you can depend on me, dear.
Now then, go ahead and tell your story about the Christmas tree. The brownies are all sitting in front of the radio in the big hall waiting to hear it. I'll talk to you before we end your program.
And do us brownies love our stories?
Well, let's
we
see.
love them.
There, the magic index is ready.
And face the radio and say, I have been good.
Christmas star and candles bright shine out upon the frosty night. Abracadabra!
The book's
Oh
open.
boy, ready on
Thank you.
stage, curtain going up.
And our story, why the Christmas tree is always green.
And it happened hundreds of years ago when Christmas trees were very young.
The first Christmas tree was very unhappy. It didn't like its sharp green needles.
And it said,
I hate my needles. Oh, how I wish I had beautiful leaves of gold.
and suddenly the wood fairy appeared and said, you shall have your wish.
And so in the morning, there was the little Christmas tree covered with leaves of pure gold. And the tree was very happy.
I'll pick these leaves and sell them, and I'll be rich.
Soon the little tree was bare and very ugly and cold. It started to cry, and the wood fairy appeared. And the tree said,
Please give me leaves of glass so I can glisten and sparkle in the sunshine. No one will steal leaves of glass.
And in the morning, there were the glass leaves glistening beautifully in the sunlight. And the birds and animals came from miles around to see the wonderful sight. And the tree was very happy. There came a wind. Then a stronger wind came up. And the glass leaves weren't strong.
and by nightfall, the leaves were broken into bits. And the tree was again naked and ugly. It cried and cried, and soon the wood fairy appeared and said,
Well, little tree, what now?
and the tree answered,
I was foolish and proud and wrong. Give me another chance. I would love pretty green leaves like that on the elm tree.
and in the morning, there was the pretty leaves. But along came a billy goat. He looked at the elm, but the leaves were high off the ground.
And then the billy goat saw the little tree, and he ate and ate and ate
And
and ate.
soon the little tree was bare and ugly.
But this time, the wood fairy waited and let the tree have a good cry.
Finally, the tree said,
Oh, I have learned my lesson.
and the fairy asked,
What do you want?
I want my beautiful green needles back.
Would you love them and keep them?
Please, I'll love them so much I won't even let go of them when winter comes. I shall keep them all year long.
and the fairy decided.
Yes, little tree. You've learned your lesson. Needles are best for little Christmas trees.
And in the morning, there were the lovely green needles. And the birds and animals came to see the tree and tell it how beautiful it was with the soft green needles. And one old saucy robin remarked,
About time that Christmas tree got some sense.
so when you look at your Christmas tree, think of this story?
Oh, that was a good story. Now, Flash, tomorrow we'll tell the story of the Christmas candle and the Christ child. Extra pretty, extra interesting, and extra special. And Flash.
And be sure to hear it.
Flash!
Oh,
Extra
no,
special announcement. I wish to announce today that we will announce tomorrow something extra special to be announced Monday. Unflash.
My goodness. Hey, say, we haven't read any letters for today.
Oh, that's right, Larry.
Well, then, here goes.
Yeah.
Now, let's see. These are drawn from the Drums and Schuster's Brownie Toyland by Scotty Simpson, Clover Nook Estate. Richard Ramstark, also from Clover Nook. Mary Ann and Jackie Schrobel of Whitewater, Wisconsin. Charles and Emma Selhausen. Charles lives at 1441 North 13th Street, and Emma lives at 523 South 69th Street. Earl Clazer, 1518 West Center Street. Leona Gloria Go of 625 East Locust Street. Those are the ones that helped Santa by drawing the letters from the drum. The letter on top, first one says, Dear Santa, I'm a boy 6. I don't write so good, so my mother's doing it for me. I have 2 sisters and 2 brothers, and I would like you to bring them a nice gift this year. Please bring me a Lone Ranger 2-gun set, a doctor set, some soldiers, and a jeep, and a tent, and some books, so I can learn to read better. My little brother Bobby, 2 1/2, wants the same as Billy. As a special favor, Santa, wonder if you could bring my big sister, Norma Lee, a pair of figure skates, as she is a good girl and takes care of us when Mother has to go away. Thank you very... Isn't that nice for the little ones to write in like that and ask for such a nice
Billy,
present
you have a note on those.
for big
Sure,
sister?
I'm writing it all down, Santa.
Thank you very much for all the nice gifts you left last year, and we'll have something nice for you and Billy and the reindeer again this year. Love from Dickie, Judy, Billy, and Bobby Meyer. P.S. We'll have a bone for Willie Wagtail.
Oh, another bone for my Willie.
And they live at 1039 North 19th Street. Here's a little letter. Let's see. Judith Ann Gerard, 3276 North 46th Street. She wants, let's see, a Mickey Mouse wristwatch, new dress, new shirt, shoes, and purse, and what is this, walkie-talkie? And that Mickey Mouse wristwatch really has to tick. Here's one, all hand-printed. I've been a good girl. Please give me something. Oh, I see. Here's a list. A set of soldiers, doll, iron, big Christmas tree, candy, a live bird. My name is Corky Judy's, 4321 North 28th Street, Milwaukee. Here's one from North Newhall Street, 3033. Dear Santa, Mother's writing for us. Let's see, I'm 6. I can't write very well. This letter's for Brother Gary, too. I'd like to have a bride doll, 2-wheeler bicycle. Brother Gary would like some clothes and soldiers. Also a couple of storybook dolls. We'll leave cookies for Santa and Billy, sugar for the reindeer, love from Ann and Gary Bratland. Next letter, Jerome Bastian, 6334 West Richmond Avenue, Milwaukee. Will you please send me a paper puncher, a gun and a holster, some tools, some clothes, a boat, candy and nuts, a harmonica. I will leave lunch for you and the reindeer and a bone for Willie. And let's see, here's one from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. Picture of Christmas candles up there on the top. That one has polka dots.
Picture.
Dear Santa, hope these Christmas candles at the top will help to light your way to our house. I'm 9 years old. Now, she must remember the story we're going to tell tomorrow. I'm 9 years old, would like a paint set, ski poles, whatever you think a girl 9 would like. My little sister's 3 years old, would like a doctor set, telephone, doll, piano, remember Mother and Dad. There'll be something on the table for all of you. The letter's from Arlene Seckler, 11639 Watertown, Plank Road, Wauwatosa.
Larry, we're a little behind with letters. Better just read the name.
All right. Other boys and girls whose letters were drawn. Let's see. We're from Tyrone Trabert, West Marion Street. Matt Miller of North 32nd Street. Patricia Lewis, North 37th Street. Judith Butzluff, West Hadley Street. Tommy Lopp, North Boyd Way, Fox Point. Carmine Manella of Azalea Court, Greendale. Nancy Werner, West Concordia. Barbara Ann Kelch of North 66th Street. Freddie Wolfgram, North 51st Boulevard. Lynn Moore, North 26th Street. Kathleen DiCardo, 801 Oakland Avenue, Waukesha. Rosemary Weber, West Boulevard, Racine. Sandra Jean Shea, Grand Avenue, Racine. Phyllis Gregory, North 4th Street, Milwaukee. Barbara Ann Matthews, 612 Oakland, Waukesha. Lucille and Carolyn Preby, North 68th Street, Wauwatosa. Letter from John Dunning, Route 12, Milwaukee. Karen and Lois Kepso, North 73rd Street. Betty Helgeson of Pearl Street, Janesville, Wisconsin. Letter from Ralph Bolt, North Shepherd Avenue, Milwaukee. Leroy Muller, Watertown.
Oh, the rootin' tootin' timer tooth, and Billy stops and scoots.
Say, wait a minute. Mrs. Santa's still connected up by magic words. Did you forget?
Right.
Hello, North Pole.
Hey,
Thank you, Larry. All of us at the North Pole enjoyed the story and the letters. And Larry, take care of that other matter. Now, Santa dear, Billy, and all you boys and girls, good night. And remember that all the brownies here at the North Pole join me in wishing you the happiest and the merriest Christmas you've ever had. Good night, and good luck, Santa dear.
Thank you, dear. Thank you, and don't forget to hang up your own stocking.
Good night, everyone, and Merry Christmas.
Oh, the radio went dead.
Oh,
I guess we'd better say good night, too. Good night, boys and girls. Be listening tomorrow.
Well, good night, dear boys and girls. Santa Claus speaking, and be real good and help others all you can. Oh, I know you will. Well, good night.
may dreams be sweet and troubles be light. Good night, sleep tight, wake up with a big appetite.
Jingle bell, jingle all the way.